In this video, we tried to find as many workers as possible who will teach you something, inspire you, or at least make you laugh. We also searched for various ingenious and just plain ordinary machines that make life very easy for even the best handyman. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video if you like it. Well done, sir. This drain will now work for its intended purpose as it was very clogged with leaves. There will not be so much water on the road now. This roof obviously hasn't been cleaned in a while. This roof is now shining clean and is now very nice to look at. Your yard looks nice and neat now. Sometimes it's so lazy to go and clean up the yard, but it's worth it. Uh-oh, it's so beautiful out there now, but it's a job that requires a lot of patience and concentration because you have to watch whether the other cars keep up. I'm always amazed at how massive these cars are, but it looks very epic as he mows down that field. The color was Hirosh before that too, but an update is always a good thing. Now this color fits better here and looks harmonious to me. A really great way to decorate a wall with seemingly ordinary swabs. It came out very beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. Wow, not only had this roof not been cleaned in a while, which made it so much prettier, but they painted it an incredibly appropriate and beautiful color. I had no idea where this SUV had been exploited, but it was incredibly dirty and covered in sand. Now it's shining like new after a wash. Always keep an eye on your car. It was a lot of hard work because this area was very overgrown. Now it's really clean and beautiful thanks to the efforts of this man. I always look at these things with relish, especially the ice scraping off surfaces. This kind of shovel helped that very well. Great job, and the flooring is beautifully laid. I also like the perfect transition from one room to another. A great tool for clearing sand from an area is this machine that collects sand with these kinds of teeth and redirects it to another place. It's a pleasure to watch how a rusty piece of machinery is transformed into a beautiful white car as if it were new. Now it's gonna sparkle. That's a lot of hard work. Clearing it all out was quite a challenge, I'm sure. But with your help, the place is clean and tidy now. I can imagine this job getting boring, but it's still very useful to our existence. Although the machine is not a massive harvester, it is still very efficient and useful. Wow, these guys know what they're doing. These guys are really talented for making such works of art. Now someone's room is going to be very cozy. Nice work, ma'am. This bedroom now looks very harmonious and cozy thanks to your efforts. This looks really epic. I like John Deere machinery. It's very nice, and as far as I know, it's considered the best in the world of agro. Well done, sir. I really like the idea and the realization of these steps. It came out very neat and beautiful. It's a lot of hard work, especially under the sun. It reminds me of some kind of game with a view from above. But now the field looks amazing. A very useful thing in the lumberjack's business. They can easily cut down a tree and just as easily saw the log into smaller pieces for further loading. This car apparently hasn't been washed in months, but it's still very exciting how this incredibly dirty car turns into a clean new car. Quite a difficult area to cut the grass, but well done, as with your help, this place now looks very well maintained and brand new. Updating the color of your home is necessary as the old color wears off and begins to fade, but it's worth it because the house now looks more lively. I love the ease with which he cuts down these trees and places them neatly and most importantly, safely on the ground. It's exciting, and for me the most important thing in this job is to see how the rest of your colleagues work with you, and it gives you strength because it makes you feel like you're actually part of a team. This is a necessary procedure for this dirty truck because it takes a lot longer than washing a regular sedan, because the truck travels thousands of kilometers. This big machine that somehow remains on the water is incredibly useful because it cleans rivers and lakes without special problems and ease. I'm sure this roof was happy to breathe some fresh air after it was cleaned. It had not been cleaned in a while and it accumulated a lot of dust on it. Such a useful thing in laying slab, for it saves a lot of time and effort dragging a very heavy slab, roughly speaking, for you. This guy knows what he's doing. He's got a good skill with the lawnmower because he's cutting the grass very smoothly near the curb. Thanks to you, the streets are maintained. Such a useful item in the hands of every builder. It can be used to lay cement very easily and evenly. As for me, for beginners in this field, it's a must-have item. Very nice floor update. Apparently a lot of work has been done. Thanks to you, this floor looks more alive and beautiful now. Here's an example of asphalt paving that looks pretty epic to me. But to me, under the sun and with this car, it's incredibly hot out here. It's a work of art as far as I'm concerned. A very good idea on how to decorate your home. Now this house will please the eyes of passers-by. A very practical and good idea on how to help yourself install a door. It's something like a lever that can easily lift what a normal person can't lift. Such an impressive and large technique for cutting down small trees, but very efficient as it easily cuts down the trees with the roots, but for large trees, it will not be enough. There's nothing you can't find under the grass. I love the smell of freshly cut grass too. Reminds me of my childhood. Apparently they haven't updated the markings there in a while, but with the help of this thing, it's not a problem. This door looked bad, to say the least, before painting, but now it looks neat. I also like the color the door was painted too. A very useful thing in the hands of craftsmen. With its help, you can easily and neatly slide two tile pieces together and fix them. Another art form this guy has demonstrated. I admire his work. This guy is clearly a talent. Well done. Well done. With a little bit of ingenuity and drawing skills, you're all set to crack this frustrating cracked tile. Here is a great example on how you can fix this situation. It's a very curious thing. Looks a bit like green sand, but as far as I know, it's a powder paint and it colored the thing very effectively. Nice work! The tiles are laid perfectly, and I love the design and thought behind the pattern of these tiles too. This tile obviously hasn't been cleaned in a while, but now this sun-shaped tile will shine very brightly. This sign hasn't been washed in a long time, and that's dangerous, as the sign is not visible due to the dirt, but now it's safe and the road sign will be visible. A great and inexpensive way to decorate a brick wall, and also quite simple, but I think over time it will start to lag and fade. Good thing it's not the whole roof. There will be more slate underneath, or it wouldn't have been a good option, but still, a decoration's very nice. This guy knows what he's doing. Great job. The laminate flooring is very good, and the stairs now look very, very nice. Apparently this car was scratched up good, but this guy knows what to do in this situation. Now there's nothing left of that spot, and it looks good as new. Nice work! I really like the texture of this wall, and the white color complements it perfectly. It looks very harmonious now. It's hard work, but this guy's good because weighty plywood should be carried carefully, especially on the stairs because it's easy to drop them. Good for him! A very handy thing for every craftsman. With its help, it can be very easy to make the texture of bricks. It would make life much easier for all builders, I think. Such a cute and beautiful minimalistic way to decorate your house or room. I really like the idea. I think for people with children, it's a very good solution. It's always a good idea to update stuff around the house once in a while. Now the bathroom looks much more cozy, harmonious, and beautiful. I love it when they do that on the taillights. They look darker, which makes them look prettier, but not a bit duller. It gives the car a bit of style. This trail clearly hasn't been mowed in a while, but I like the way it's overgrown, evenly contoured, but still, thanks to your efforts, it'll be safe to walk now. Very interesting how to decorate the floor beautifully, but quite costly in effort and time. It will take a lot of time to get so many logs and put them down, but it looks great. Quite a good idea for the roof. I really like this color. It's brutal and will look very good from the outside too. The guy behind the wheel has very good concentration and technical skills, because taking a pile of logs without dropping one deserves respect. Excellent equipment for grass or hay collection. It simplifies the life of a person and makes this task much easier and less time-consuming too. I have no idea what you can do to a car to get it in this condition. There is literally no living space on it, but goodness, water works wonders. Respect to these guys, thanks for keeping an eye on our ecology and cleanliness. You were able to clean up such a large area of the lake with your teamwork. It's always a treat to watch the snow being cleared. The snow is shoveled from inside so it won't fall on your head. It's very convenient. Personally, I always enjoy watching a dye job as they smoothly and neatly dye something. Here, the guy also painted very well without hitting the metal grill. This thing is a big help for flooring guys. It holds the slab so tightly that you can even walk on it. It's amazing. A very good shovel in case you need to dig effortlessly a little deeper than a regular shovel could. Great idea on how to decorate the gaps between tiles, so it looks both beautiful and practical. The black color looked great already, but this gold one is even better. The work of professionals. Practical way of laying the roof and successful as everything is measured to the smallest detail because everything fits under the bayonets. A versatile technique as far as I'm concerned, and remove debris, branches, sand, and dirt and dig up the tree with the roots. Very handy tool for cleaning the snow from the truck. In a way, it's even cute how after cleaning the trailer, the little machine pulls up, cleans it up, and drives away. It's always a pleasure to watch windows being cleaned, especially here as this thing fits perfectly to the dimensions of the window, making it easy to clean the window. This technique, although old, still copes with the task at hand to 100%. It chops wood, clears branches, and cuts it into smaller pieces. A handy thing for every farmer. With its help, I realized it's very easy to pull out weeds and similar things with roots without problems. Such a good idea on how to decorate your ceiling. I really like this design, and whoever made it did a good job. Now the ceiling looks royal. Very spectacular way of snow removal, but I think it's not very effective as most of the snow, as far as I'm concerned, goes back to the road. Well done, sir. That bush didn't fit in here at all, but now it's roughly gone and it's much cleaner and prettier too. This tile clearly hasn't been cleaned in a while. It is the face of the homeowner and it should always be clean. Now it shines. Not a pleasant sight, but nothing a little ingenuity, skill, and glue can't fix. And problem solved. This roof obviously hasn't been cleaned in a long time. It's so dark from the incredible amount of dirt, but with your help, it's a breath of fresh air. Good thing to simplify your life. It speeds up the process of pulling something out neatly from the roots. It's very good for flowers if you need to plant them in a pot too. It's always a pleasure to watch the process of cleaning your car, from the moment it's all dirty to the moment it shines like new. Well done, sir. This bush is clearly overgrown, but with your help and skills, it is now in a neat and tidy shape and even nice to look at. Really good idea on how to design and decorate a tile floor. Neat shape of the star too, and I always like the idea of making it black and white like yin-yang. A very efficient machine for stump removal. I'd say it's a stump grinder, but it does look very impressive. Well done, sir. You have helped this trail come back to life, and it's now safe and walkable there without crashing into branches. Wow, I really like this idea of covering those holes so you can't see them, but it takes 10 seconds, and it looks like it's meant to be. That's a very good idea. As far as I understand it correctly, this is how he spreads the fertilizer from the bucket. It's really very efficient and saves time. Ooh, that's a lot of hard teamwork. It must have taken a lot of time and effort to mow this whole field. Whoa, I really like this floor decorating idea. Laying it all out with small stones probably took a lot of time and effort, but it looks impressive. Well done, sir. This backyard was very overgrown, but with your help, it looks well maintained again. Very handy thing that saves a lot of time and effort. Great for backing it up and making it square-shaped. He's a master of his craft, knows where to saw so it falls perfectly where he needs it to fall. But kudos to you for using ropes to hold the log. Nice work! Sometimes you need to update the pool cover to make it look beautiful. After all, you use the pool for relaxation, and it's no fun to swim in a dirty pool. Oh, apparently this pool hasn't been cleaned in months, but now it's perfectly clean and ready for use. I don't understand people who don't take care of their car. You drive it every day somewhere. It's another thing when it's clean, it's a pleasure to sit in the cabin. This tile clearly hasn't been cleaned in a long time, judging by its appearance, but in the end, it was really transformed and became good as new. In this job, you need a lot of patience and concentration, because you need to make sure that you keep up with the other car. It's a lot of hard teamwork. From what I understand, they are paving a new road, and it takes a lot of time. This guy's a genius. A very practical and cheap way to measure how much to cut to fit perfectly. Well done, sir. Very nice and evenly laid tile. This door literally shines. It's a nice upgrade for this door, and I think it will fit well with the interior of any home. Wow, here's a prime example of why you should clean your pipes. So much debris that can cause water in apartments and outdoors that simply don't drain. Well done, sir. I really like the idea of these kinds of shelves where you can put your stuff. Very practical and minimalistic. Great idea to paint the entire bottom of the car black. No one but mechanics will see it, but rust should not be visible either. Great job! It's literally 10 seconds and the person will already know it could be dangerous. It goes well with the color black, which makes it easy to see. Respect to this guy for treating animals properly. It's not like a dog kennel, it's a separate apartment. But overall, well done and the dog is happy. Oh, this guy really knows how to design. He decorated his house really well on his own. It looks great from the outside too. It's good that it's only an arrow, because if you were to mark a full roadway, it would be a bit hard to do that manually. Good idea on how to decorate your wall. I really like the star idea. It looks harmonious, especially if the interior will be arranged in similar tones. Very good idea for a shower stall. Very neat looking. Overall, the bathtub is made in beautiful shades and colors too. Oh, I really like this wall decorating idea. It's so delicate and cute. I think it would suit a family with children very well. It's a lot of work done, but it was worth it. Now this courtyard and house look very prestigious and beautiful. Great and exclusive table decorating idea. Especially such a table will suit a child for studying or just for use. Excellent work. Always enjoy having the carpets cleaned. Sometimes they're so dirty that you can't imagine what they would do with the carpet. It's a great design choice to paint the house in dark shades. It looks very harmonious and beautiful and solid. I love this style. Such Such a good decision to clean your mattress. I don't think anyone wants to sleep on a dirty mattress, but this mattress was pretty dirty. It's a dangerous job with these big tiles because the chance of dropping them is high, and if you drop them, it's not good, but this guy did a great job. I can't imagine what this carpet was used for, that it's so dirty, but I enjoy watching carpets like this get cleaned afterwards. That's a very good idea for decorating the floor. It looks harmonious. I like this style. Black and white. That was really cool. I think this design suits the kitchen very well. It looks very harmonious because the kitchen is made in similar colors. A very simple way on how to make the texture of bricks on the floor, but if it works, why not? The main thing is that the output is beautiful. It's the first time I've ever seen a wall tiled like this. It's very interesting, but I like it. The tiles have a nice texture too. Great solution to painting the floor. It is better to let the whole floor in the house be one color, then in each room, a different color. This carpet obviously hasn't been vacuumed in a while. It's so horrible and dirty, but now it's white and clean. Excellent design solution on how to wallpaper a wall. It looks so much better now, and I love the texture of this foil. A very good and useful thing. Just a moment and it's night in the room. I like the things that don't let in sunlight at all. Ideal for people who sleep all day like me. Nice work, guys. Now the wall doesn't look so empty, and plus, it's beautiful. It looks very elegant too. This bedroom looks very cozy and comfortable now. I really like how the behind the bed is done too. The amount of dirt in that pipe is horrible. It's necessary to clean the pipes occasionally, because there can be a lot of problems with sewage and water drainage. This guy is very clearly knowledgeable and has pretty good skills with a lawnmower. He cuts the grass lines very evenly and accurately. Obviously, this guy's a real talent. To make such a beauty and decorate his house like that by himself, it deserves respect. This palm tree is really healthy and overgrown, but now it looks well groomed and beautiful. Really like a palm tree. Great idea on how to make a beautiful transition from room to room. I really like this kind of design. Wow, this floor hasn't been cleaned in a very long time. There was so much dirt, it was horrible, but now it's all clean and nice to look at. Nice work, man. This guy clearly has good skills in his field. Excellent and neat finish on the window. It seems this house was abandoned a long time ago. There's a lot of dirt and it's not normal for an apartment building, but what gets me now is how it shines. Respect to these guys for protecting our environment and cleaning the streets. You've really made a huge contribution by removing such a mountain of garbage. Thank you. It's a work of art. It's a great solution for floor design. You guys are really talented. Great work, too. Compared to what it was, it's heaven and earth. The output result is simply gorgeous. The color is perfectly matched. Now it'll complement your home. It's a great solution for the table. Exclusive and very beautiful idea. This table is amazing and will fit very well in a child's room. Great restoration of an old dresser. Considering it came free of charge in a rather poor condition, you were able to make it a perfectly beautiful piece of decor. Is it on autopilot like a Tesla? If it could turn itself, it would be awesome. But now, you have to chase it and turn. Massive and spectacular thing, but very good at making big holes in the ground and clearing the ground itself. Very handy. It looks very sticky as it sucks in and grinds up anything it comes across. Great thing for the agro industry. Super useful item for loggers. It does everything very safely and accurately. It easily cuts down and clears branches from small trees too. It looks impressive. It looks like he's eating that tree with the log, but still very effective at completely cleaning up the wood. I love the black trim on the wheels. It looks really brutal and beautiful, especially when the car is black. Wow, I really like how this guy made a really nice and fancy nightstand out of an ordinary nightstand. That's a great idea for a wall. This guy knows his business. It looks austere and solid. Very well chosen materials. Very good fit in a small bathroom. The bathroom is very nice and cozy. This guy is a master of his craft. The floor was laid perfectly, neatly and evenly. I really like the tiles. Good choice. A versatile and efficient machine, in fact, for removing debris, branches, etc., as well as for demolishing small trees too. This guy seems to have a lot of skill and unreal concentration, because to drive a lawnmower so smoothly and cut the grass so evenly deserves respect. Nice floor update. I like how the oil adds color and richness to the floor. It really brings it to life. Ooh, this is incredibly fun to watch. A perfectionist paradise, so to speak. It's so smooth and even. This car was in bad shape, obviously, but after a little paint job, it shines and looks like new. The color is very pleasing to the eye, too. I personally wouldn't sit in a seat like that, but after this cleaning, it looks more lively, and now you can sit comfortably knowing there's no crumbs in it. This guy clearly has a great skill set in this area, and the tiles are laid perfectly, and he cuts them perfectly to fit. Perfectly level shower drain. Minimalistic, but it still works properly. Well done, sir. That's a lot of hard work. Laying out each piece correctly and evenly will take a lot of time and effort, but it's worth it. It came out great. As far as I understand it, he heats the wallpaper on purpose to make it easier to remove the old wallpaper and put on the new paper. Such a dirty car, but I always get a kick out of seeing these get cleaned and it's like new. Don't forget to take care of your steel horse. I love this design idea. It looks very modern and beautiful. I like the fact that this panel is not tight against the wall too. It's a pleasure to watch it fall into place. It's like a warm-up for the hands, but I like the idea of the floor surface. Very beautiful and elegant. I've never seen a lawnmower like this. I wonder which is more convenient, the one we all know or this one, but it's still pretty effective. Nice work. To me, the new tile is much better than the old. I like the old texture and the white color complements it well. What a nice looking black bottom of the car. A great decision that you painted the bottom of the car in this color. It looks amazing. Very cool and kind of unique table. Interesting idea to design it in the style of golf. This table will be worth its weight in gold for some golf fan. Great idea to paint the fence a bronze color like that. Now the sun's rays will bounce off it and it will shine throughout the yard. This house is apparently abandoned because in a residential house, such a thing is not allowed. But thanks to you, it looks new and has come back to life. Great idea on how to spruce up your floor. It looks very upscale and prestigious to me. Nice combination of white and blue. Things like this are always satisfying. And what a beautiful view from the window. Lovely. I like that these guys have the same approach but different options. Each wall is different but still just as beautiful. Well done, sir. It's a lot of work, but now your yard and your street look very nice and pretty because they were all overgrown before. Well done, sir. The white will blend well and harmoniously with the white walls and ceiling. The The car was in very poor condition, if you can call it that. In fact, there's only the body, but it's practically as good as new now. At least it's not dirty. It's blissful to watch it. A perfectionist paradise. A very smooth and neat line. Some kind of magic. It's like the parquet comes out of nowhere. The oil on the parquet does wonders. I love the way it's saturated with color. This is admirable because the paint markings exactly on the contour at such high speed requires good concentration and great skill. Very good work. Before, this dresser did not look very nice, so to say, but now with your help, it has new coloring and will fit very well. It looks very aesthetically pleasing and atmospheric, but snow clearing is a necessary thing in this weather, especially when it's constantly snowing. That's a lot of hard work, but it is worth it. The parquet looks very beautiful and the floor is made perfect. Great job! Well done, Maestro. This brush was very overgrown and didn't look great in the art, but now it's well maintained and beautiful and it's pleasing to look at. A very useful item for loggers and beyond. With its help, you can easily cut logs or boards into 3 parts. A very handy tool. Okay, this is really useful. You can go to the basement or the second floor in the same place. It should be in every house. A very useful thing for craftsmen. It's simplifying a person's life 10 times over because with its help, you can bend metal pipes without effort. Such an interesting way to decorate the ceiling. It looks like some kind of dance, but I really like this shape. This ceiling could be even more decorated with a chandelier on it. Such a good thing for every builder. After all, it can be used to level concrete very smoothly and accurately. Ooh, this place hasn't been cleaned in a while. It's so overgrown, it's hard to make sense of it. But with your help, it's all nice and tidy now. It's kind of like Lego. It takes a long time to assemble one piece at a time. But still, the parquet came out very smooth and beautiful. Very unusual trim on some part of the car. Usually it's carbon fiber, but this thing is also good and quite beautiful. Quite effective way to remove rust, but it leaves such a nasty streak behind it. You will have to polish or paint over it later. Although I like black rims, I like the shape of this rim, and it looks good in white to me. Pretty cool frame, and good for people who like to sleep during the day. It's very beautiful and effectively covers the room from daylight. Ooh, this car has obviously been well damaged, but with some time, skill, and miracle, everything can be fixed. Then just paint and done. Such an interesting design idea, but as for me, it is far on the amateur. Personally, I don't really like it, but there will be those who do enjoy it. Well, that's a pretty big vacuum, if you can call it that. But in general, it's a mega useful thing in canyons and other places to remove large rocks and sand. It's quite sticky how this car went from slick and not pretty to shiny and reflective. It's a pleasure to watch the seat or door become much brighter and cleaner after each swipe. Good for you. Nice work, man. I like that idea of trimming the furniture. Very well chosen in color and texture. Now everything looks very nice and harmonious. That's it for this time, friends. Please let me know in the comments which of these professionals you like the most and what you learned from this video. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a good day.